All right, welcome back, everybody. Time now for Great Day Books. Lori Fazio from RJ Julia Booksellers is here with some suggestions that are going to make your mouth water.
Yes. This is actually, I'm thinking holiday time, great gifts too, but we're all talking about cookbooks before we get to the book club pick. But is there a place you want to start?
Well, October is National Cookbook Month.
I did not know that.
Well, now you do.
Okay.
So, and it's very exciting. I mean, there's so many cookbooks. I was like trying to decide which ones to take for today.
I feel like there's more
so
cookbooks than any other type of book on the earth.
I mean, we have a huge section in the store, both stores, that have tons of cookbooks. So whatever you're looking for. And we also have, so we have a little segment in the Madison store called Books and Booze. It's themed every month. Of course, this month, it's next Wednesday. It's cookbook themes. So Kelly, Laura, and one of our, Jamie, they're talking about their favorite cookbooks. And of course, for adult attendees, there's a little special cocktail that is also that night.
So when is that? That's Wednesday? You can
next Wednesday, the 25th.
I made dinner for Paul once.
Oh, geez.
And it was out of a book called 365 Days of Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I read
Did
the recipe.
Did it come out good?
It came out very good.
If you can read, you can cook, they say. So
yes,
Zingerman's is famous.
You should tell me about this.
So Zingerman, this is I didn't know there was a cookbook. What's this one called?
So this is called Celebrate Every Day. So not just your typical holidays. I mean, I do have Friendsgiving in here, but they also have like the first day of winter, the first day of spring, all kinds of different, and they give you what you could cook for those things.
So Zingerman's is in Ann Arbor, where University of Michigan is. It's a very famous deli. I think it's the only 5-star deli in America, but they also have incredible breads, and it's a tourist attraction, really. But now there's a cookbook.
It is a cookbook, and yeah, and the pictures in here are always I love when you have a cookbook and it has a picture.
Yeah.
That you're like, okay, that's what it's supposed to look like.
100%. I'm not looking at a piece of blank paper.
I need to know what it's going to look like when it's done.
Exactly.
Right. Another one, I mean, Lydia Bastianich, who is known for her Italian cooking. So this is Lydia from Our Family to Yours. She's got multiple cookbooks. I sectioned off one of them that was pasta, polenta, crespel, and risotto. What's funny to me, I mean, I'm Italian, and pastas there's different recipes. People are like, well, why do you cook that pasta for that recipe? It's because they cling to what you're cooking with, whether it's sauce or like a meat sauce or whatever. Pastas really have a purpose in what you're cooking it with.
I didn't realize
that. When they give you a recipe, they say, or you can use this kind of pasta, try and stick to what the recommendation is.
Okay.
Because there's a reason for it.
All right.
So 100 morning treats. So that I mean, you can just go in there and have something sweet, something savory,
oh my God, look at
muffins.
the cover
They
of
give you
book.
all kinds of different recipes. And what I love is that this author,
rolls.
I know, cinnamon rolls. We have a bookseller that just made pumpkin cinnamon rolls for us the other day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Off the hook.
This author also is a big reader, so I just loved, if you want to read that. But
Mr. Darcy said very little, and Mr. Hurst nothing at all. The latter was thinking only of his breakfast.
Right, so that's from Pride and Prejudice. So each of her chapters start with a quote from a book that has something to do with food.
That's a lot of knowledge.
And there's pictures. There's milk chocolate rye bread, streusel coffee cake.
Yum.
Oh, yum. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this one.
Okay. So who knew that we needed how to eat chocolate? But apparently we do.
Yes.
So it's a tiny little thing. It gives you all kinds of how to decorate with it, when you melt it, what you can do with it, how you curl it, how you shave it, and then it gives you different adventures that you can take. A chocolate adventure.
We have a chocolate passport in Connecticut, so you can get all of them.
That's
all your stamps,
so
Sasha's, and
get your stamp, get the book, and then cook with it and just eat it. I mean, I'm okay with just eating it.
Exactly.
I learned from doing stories on chocolate, if you're having dark, the Europeans know this, always make sure your mouth is warm. Have hot tea or something, because then it'll melt better.
All right, let's talk Tom Lake.
Okay.
I'm up to the part where she hurt her Achilles. She ripped her Achilles.
Right. So she was playing tennis, kind of like having the game of her life, even though she's not a tennis player. And bam, she goes down. And that sort of begins her next phase of life. Right. Where she can't be in the show anymore because she can't walk. And, then her beloved Duke decides to go off in a different direction with another woman, and how she then finds her way to this cherry farm, and that's going to be her life.
And I didn't realize Joe was the director.
Right.
Joe, her current husband, is the director.
You don't put two and two together until this part of the book, where you're like, oh, and it starts to click and it starts to make sense. So I do have some questions because of what you what you both think. But so this is parallel to Our Town by Thornton Wilder. But I think one of the things for me is that Laura, she is reflecting on her past throughout the book, right? And she's sharing things with her daughters, but she's not sharing everything. And she is realizing that the past should stay in the past.
Right.
And she has a better life for it. And I was just talking,
we only have about a minute.
Okay, so we're talking about how, and I just love this, there's no explaining this simple truth about life. You will forget much of it. The painful things you were certain you'd never be able to let go make way for the beautiful things to follow.
Yeah, I love that.
That, I think, is the biggest message for me. Are you getting that sense yet in the book?
The small moments make up your life.
The small moments make up of your life, yes.
All right, well, thanks. We'll
talk about it again, when Melissa, because I have some other questions.
Perfect.
And
we're going to revisit this, and I'll have finished the book by then.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow, calling all true crime lovers, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty's podcast, My Life of Crime, is back with a new season. She's joining us to talk all about it. Halloween is just 2 weeks away. I think it's less than 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks from yesterday. Our Nacho King, Alex B. Taylor, will be here with 2 fun recipes that are both tricks and treats. And we're working on our fitness with our friend Joe Carabasi. He's joining us with some exercise inspiration. We'll see you tomorrow. Eyewitness News at 4 starts right now. Thanks for joining us today. Lori, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.